I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback.
Yellow, 180. Mike over there. You're trash. You're trash. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Watch the slant.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shift. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A first carry for Najee Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Cougar 19. Cougar 19.
They run again with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
79 Broncos. On the ball. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check smash. Check smash.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. Night, sweetheart. Mike 9.
Panther 11.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Panther 60.
Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Here we go, D.
Riggs. Check. Hurt.
Come again. Check your hot read. Check 24.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Hurt.
Mike 9.
7 Pirates.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
19 tight.
Hey, we got a seal. defense. Our time.
Set, go.
9, Mike.
Check smash, check smash. 19 Lion.
Let's go.
Ready, hit.
He'll look to throw.
He's coming, double up. Shoot.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
19
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Mustang 19.
Mike 9. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Man left, man left. 4 down. Check. Nice the Mike. Now watch one.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Mike 9. Hey. We got a seal. You remember me?
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow. Let's go, 180. Bang.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 156 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, a much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for him in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A big play there for KC. 47 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster showing that speed at this in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes right side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Fight on these two. Let's go, blue lady. Check. Yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Go, Rig, go.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
60 Maverick.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, check. Mike 9. Hey, we got
They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Panther Street. Ready.
They'll try and run with Harris, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
25.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready, go.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
18, Pioneer. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Cougar 19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone for Jones. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
70 Lions. Warriors 70.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Check 3.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. They find some open field here. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Tackle made by Chase Young. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. Who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw now on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin.
Here we go,
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They'll run for it with Pollard. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3.
They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
Ready? 19 tight, 19 tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, here is Jones. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tony Pollard, 55 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Viking 18.
Mike 9. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
19 Lions.
Mike 9.
Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apology. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta heaven. I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united. Allegiant my soul forever. I murder my adolescence. Assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. It's Tito, she is back. Finna, guaranteed. Move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that. In the mirror, oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't. Cough drop, tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tus raperos favoritos paniqueados, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No ain't not yet, que pueda conmigo. Dios es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious.